Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleagues. Contrary to the view expressed by the leader of opposition in the House, I want it noted that this budget was carefully packaged to address infrastructural deficit, unemployment, and several other problems that bedeviled the nation as a result of corruption. Mr. Speaker, the budget size of 7.3 trillion may look humongous, but let me say that the world over, the best way to recover from recession is to reflate the economy. And it is basically a reflationary budget. Now, the revenue may have, the revenue projection may have left a gap, a budget deficit of 2.36 trillion, but this is also carefully done such that it is just about 2.18% of the GDP, which is well within the prescription of the Fiscal Responsibility Act. Now, what I would want us to note is that in financing this deficit, there is a careful decision by the federal government to ensure that not less than 46% will be by external borrowing. Now, the truth of the matter is that Nigeria today is enjoying a lot of respect in the world. Now, we need to leverage on our international stature to get this budget, and particularly the external borrowing, oversubscribed. I have no doubt about that. Mr. Speaker, by your Mr. Speaker,
talk now.
Rita.
You don't have anything to say, sit down.
Yeah.
Point of order.
Yeah. Now, the truth of the matter is that the capital allocation itself addresses all the concerns of the opposition. The truth of the matter is that as we speak, this budget features 48.7% increase on the provision that was made for agric last year. Secondly, it features 56.55% of the provision that was made for water resources last year. And Works, Power and Housing has an allocation that is more than 18% above that of last year. Education, that is talking about the social sector, has 38.6% above what was provided for last year. And health has more than 30.49% of what was provided for last year. What is more important is that in packaging this budget and to ensure that infrastructural deficit is well addressed, there has been a conscious attempt to make this budget a project and programs budget. Because gone are the days when budgets were based on tokens. Even if you are going to have a road that will cost 10 billion naira, you put 500 million and you spread them all over the place. There are token provisions for virtually everything. At the end of the day, none of them is up to the stage of procurement. Because when you do not make conscious effort to make adequate provision, the ministries, departments, and agencies will not be able to do the procurement, because probably what you even provided is not enough to mobilize, the contractor, which is the initial step. Today, you have a budget that I said token. Token. Yeah. No, 100%. What do you mean? No, you didn't. You better listen. If you are hurt by the facts that I'm reeling out to you, go back and take a look at your budget. Now, the point I am making is that this budget is before us, and the best thing, instead of playing politics with this budget, is for us to sit down and ensure that we work hand in hand with the executive to take Nigeria out of the woods. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.